think that public officials ought to be bound by regulations where they must attend public hospitals and their children or family must attend public school? There is an idea that if the influential in society have to use the amenities that everybody else has to use, then those amenities will work. Do you think that that should be a necessity for leaders, politicians, people in positions of public office?
It should be, and I'll tell you something that is will surprise you. My last born is 22.
Oh, that surprises me. Okay, but
yes, and my firstborn is 28. When my firstborn and my secondborn were born, I lived in Kirinyaga, and I took them to public hospital. I'm telling you.
Were you a woman rep by then?
No, that time even there was no devolution.
There was no devolution. There was no woman rep.
Sorry.
Yeah,
were you in the public limelight? Sorry.
I had money.
Oh, you had money.
Yeah, I would have gone to private hospitals because even my last born was even born in Aga Khan. Just that I got into labor when I was in Nairobi on business. But my daughter, my son, firstborn and secondborn, for the vaccination, when they were unwell, I took them to Kerugoya General Hospital. Actually, I know doctors and nurses by their names. Some of them actually have retired by now. But let me tell you, it was the best thing I would ever have done for my children because, incidentally, then public hospitals were the best places for kids because they were the most experienced nurses, doctors,
and the passion.
And the passion was there, you know. And I used to
passion comes with remuneration and, of course, the welfare.
Yes, of course. And it was. I actually say it was not the same as it is today. As much as we are saying health was devolved, it is closer to the people. The governor should have taken care of hospitals and all that. You will find now there are issues about that in the hospitals, lack of medication and whatnot. I used actually to get medication from the same hospitals. Not that I lacked money to go to big hospitals, but because I had trust in them. Because when you went there, the treatment was equal to all, and we used to get medication for all, and there was a lot of dedication, especially with the nurses and the CEOs. It was on another level.
Essentially, you're saying that you leaders know what you've done to our public amenities, and so you do not have the trust in them because, of course, the trust has been eroded.
I am agreeing with her that there should be law that binds us, that once you're a public officer, you must attend the same hospital that you're the one that is in charge of. Yes.
Is it doable?
It is doable. It is doable. There's one of the governors I saw going to one of these hospitals.
It was actually the former governor of Makueni County.
Yeah.
Professor Kivu,
yes,
who went regularly and actually for regular checkups as well as a surgery that he had to have.
Look at that. It's possible. I know it's possible because we have qualified doctors in those hospitals. It's just that we have not taken care of maybe the machines and the things that need to be in hospitals. Maybe those are the things that we haven't been able to push and make sure that our doctors, our nurses are well paid, the medics are well paid, and then we make sure all the amenities, everything that is necessary must be there in those hospitals. I think if we do that, then you can have enough faith. A lot of machines that are in those hospitals have broken down. You know why nobody will care? Because they don't need them. They don't have to go there. For example, my brother had a stroke a few years ago, about 5-6 years ago. In Kerugoya, he lives in Kutus, and he was taken to Kerugoya Hospital. If we didn't get him out of there, he would have died. So how many people die?
Because they can't afford.
Yes.
So here we are looking at a situation whereby there's almost a decision not to do certain things because it's the same idea as affirmative action, where you create a woman rep position so that you essentially force the populace to understand that women can get positions of leadership and then through that see what they can actually do. That's the idea. So then the same thing with these amenities that we talk about. You force a situation whereby everybody who would otherwise splurge money in a hospital where all the facilities were, then ignores the duty of care that they have to ensure that these facilities work, whether it's in health, whether it's in education, whether it's in markets. So if I have to go here, if I have to live here, if I have to be here, then it forces me to make sure that it is working. It's sad that we actually have to force a system like that, or even suggest that, please, you must attend it so that you fix it. But that's the kind of thing that we've gotten ourselves into, whereby, to an extent, leadership doesn't work. To that extent. So how then, for the people who are saying it's got to be better, or not even better, it's just, let's just have the thing working in the first place, then we can talk about better best tomorrow. So the leaders who are coming in, those who are going to retain their positions, what do you think has to be the position that they take for this noise that you hear that's coming out of frustration for Kenyans?
One, the leaders must take the position that they are taking the responsibility. Once you go for an elective seat, you are taking the responsibility of being answerable to the people with what you provide to them. That's one of the things that I say. When you spoke about the women rep position, look at how much the women rep get to achieve when they are women rep. Because what happens in parliament is that a woman rep has to prove herself. With the little guff money that they get, they tend to do more and to have more visible projects. Because women are told, we have to prove ourselves more than these guys. So we actually try and do it 10 times, to an extent that women reps get to even know where to solicit for funds to do things for the people in the village. Now, while you told me that we should be responsible, let me tell you another little story about my niece, who was in a private hospital in Karatina, and a surgery went wrong, and she had to be transferred to Nyeri General Hospital, where she got all the ICU was working, everything was working, everything was functional. And that's when I realized, if a governor is really serious, you can get things streamlined and things can work within your county. So let all of us who are justling and coming in and saying we want to come in as leaders, also get it into our heads that whatever you do, you must be ready to answer to these people. Not only answer, you must be ready to bring practicality of your words, to bring into work what you're saying, that must what you're telling people should be done. You must be ready to come and do it.
Okay.
Don't just push people and tell them, you will give me, this should have been done, that should have been done. Be the person to implement and bring out practical experience for these people. Let us change our country. Let's have the heart to change the country and our counties. Because I think if we don't do it now, nobody is going to do it for us.
Indeed. Purity Ngirici wants to be the next governor of Kirinyaga County.
Yes, yes.
Has a lot to say about maybe not be working, and what the last call that you've made is that then, if Purity Ngirici says it's not working, Purity Ngirici has to be the one to show people that it can work.
Yes.
Let's see. Thank you for being in the Situation Room this morning and giving us insights into some of those things. Looking forward to more discuss with you as we go into it. But thank you for coming this morning.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate having been here.
Yep.
And I hope you will call me another day.
Let's see how it goes. Asante sana. And we